123-5 win over Oregon State. You picked up a pair of tries. Talk to me a little bit about not only the Oregon State game, but also the level of play that Central has and has had all throughout the fall season.
Yeah, we today was a good test for us, but these past few weeks we had back-to-back games, and it was the Saracens, went to the East Coast, played Norwich, Quinnipiac, and then BYU last weekend were all really good tests for us, and they gave us just something to compete against and give us like a really good idea of where we're at. So it was really good for us to play those games and then have this game to work on other things that we saw in that film and be able to correct those things today.
What were some of the things that, coming back from the East Coast and then playing a top side like BYU, what were some of the things that you guys wanted to work on throughout the fixture today?
We talked a lot about moving the ball into space and opening it up, so depending on what they were giving us and making the decision based off of that and attacking that area. Talking about turning over the ball a lot and realigning quickly, and then working on our kicking game, which are all things that will help us in the spring. It's been really good for us to be able to play a lot of players and get a lot of different people rostered and get experience, because in the long run it's a long season, and that's what's gonna help us out coming down to April and May. And being able to play together in the first half and just recognize those things that we needed to work on was good, and then being able to get girls in who need to develop a little bit more and who are working on different things was really, really good for us, because you can't beat in-game experience. So that's really, really good for us to have those opportunities.
Looking forward to the spring season and what you guys have there competing for a national championship game, trying to get back to where you guys were, how much has the fall prepared you, and how, I don't want to say confident, but that's kind of the word, how confident are you guys moving forward?
It felt really good to play those games because we didn't get to play as many competitive games last fall, so it felt good to have a benchmark now, and so we see those things where even though the score was a little bit bigger than like we thought of the win over BYU, it was still a really tough game, so being able to play those games and see the things we need to work on to beat the good teams, because there was still lots of stuff to fix, so that was really good. And it gives us confidence going forward, just that we are good enough to get there. But there's definitely things we still need to get better at, but it's good to play those high-level matches to see where you match up against the best.
123-5 over Oregon State. Just walk me through the test a little bit and how your girls performed.
We went into the game with some pretty simple goals, just looking more at our support on attack and working together a bit more. So, they performed well given what we went in there looking to do. And we were also trying to work on our kicking game, so taking this game as an opportunity to get a little bit of tactical kicking down.
Early in the game on the kicking side, I think 3 missed conversions. After that, that really leveled out, and I don't think there were more than 2 missed, if any, after that. So using 3 different kickers, I believe, in that game. Tell me a little bit about trying to find the place kicker and get their confidence and rhythm going.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of leave it up to them. So they all practice their kicks at the end of practice, and then in the game, whoever's filling on, whoever's taking the kicks, they kind of work it amongst themselves and have those conversations with themselves. So
Mackenzie Push picking up a double hat trick, 6 tries on the afternoon. Just talking about her performance, she had a couple great runs up the wing and had some line breaks.
Yeah, no, Mackenzie is she's a fantastic player. She has good vision and great support lines, which is what you want in your wing, is to finish the game. So they need to be great supporters, find that space and really accelerate through. And so she's been great. She's got the speed, she's got the acceleration, she's got the vision, and she puts herself in the right places on support to get the ball in her hands and capitalize.
At about halftime, went from the first team over to some of the developmental players who we saw play against Western. Talk a little bit about being able to get the developmental players in towards the end of this fall season and really have team chemistry and have them succeed as they did.
Yeah, I mean, the plan going into this fall was to try to get 2 matches more or less each weekend, and that was a little bit of a struggle. We had a couple teams cancel on us, so we've been working them into the games and sort of playing a mixed side. I think there's pros and for that as well, for both ways. Obviously with the 2 games, they're able to play a full 80 minutes and build their own chemistry. But there's also a huge positive when you mix the sides and the more experienced players are helping the younger players along. I think also just as equally increases their development. So no, it's been great. They've been just seeing them communicate out on the field today and working together, and seeing the veteran players and leaders on the field bringing along the developmental girls, and I think playing with each other again, it's just as good. A little bit less game time, which I think is one of the main cons with that. But again, just moving forward, I'm going to be continuing to look to schedule more games to get more time. But they stepped up, they did well. In a game like this today, it's just about playing our level, our standard of play, and holding ourselves individually to a high standard. So
throughout the fall season, picked up some pretty impressive victories over BYU at home, going on to the East Coast, picking up W's over Quinnipiac and Norwich. Just do you feel you've put yourself in a good position to again play for a national championship in the spring?
I try not to think about national championships. I think that if the women can really wrap their heads around, again, the focus of performance is a big theme for us this year, because we can't be playing for a championship or to go to a championship. We're playing to improve each week and improve each day and become better individually, the standard that we hold ourselves and to no matter what team we're playing. And those are the type of things that we're focusing on, because ultimately, from a coaching perspective and, understanding sort of what it takes to be a championship caliber team and playing at that next level, it's not about the championship, it's not about the outcome, it's about all the little things that we're doing and their personal commitment to better themselves and grow and improve as individuals, again, raising that standard. And that's an internal thing, it's an internal drive. And so, my job as a coach is to motivate them to find that internal fire and internal drive to be better. And I think if we can do that, then we'll have a successful year.